Does anybody want to speak? Nobody? Okay. So I'm just making sure, we don't want no one, oops, we're back.
Okay. Welcome. It's Friday, the 12th of September. It's time for the regular meeting of Lorain County Board of Commissioners, and as usual, we will commence with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
We have a quorum. Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Rob, Mr. Berner, could you address the 911 investment for us?
This is an appropriation for the HVAC system that's on the agenda tonight. We have 3 critical systems in our building that do not have backup or redundancy right now. We need to do that because the amount of heat that's generated from our computers and our network and stuff like that causes the rooms to be chilled, air conditioned beyond what normal conditions are. And we've had 2 failures in the last 6 months of the air conditioning, and we had to open windows and open doors, and we can't have that. But that's what this is. It's appropriating the money from our surplus to pay for the HVAC upgrade that's on your agenda today.
Thank you. That last piece was the piece I was looking for.
Okay.
Oh, he's okay now.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments, or none. Number 5, requisitions.
Move to approve.
We're on page 1.
Oh, sorry. I saw one there.
And Victor, could we have page 2?
Now I will move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, in regards to the 1609 Casey, it's on Corsa. Is that just something is that like a pass-through through the Fair Board? Because it talks about 2 new buildings at Lorain County Fairgrounds.
I checked with John Ed on that,
Yeah.
and we are required by law to provide insurance for the fairground buildings through, is it the Agricultural Society? Is that right?
Correct.
Oh, is that
Any
why?
county that has an agricultural society, it
Then the commissioners
falls
are-
on the
County.
commissioners.
It
Correct.
says only the 2 buildings, that's why I wondered.
It's
Okay.
so that's in addition to what we're already paying.
Okay.
And it's, this is only a partial payment, so it's not for the full year.
And how, go ahead.
But that requirement is to ensure we still do not control or direct the agricultural society, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
And then I think if you take a look at the leased vehicles, the sheriff's office, is that program working out pretty well? I'm talking to my county administrator, assistant county administrator. I thought it'd be a good update for that.
Yes, I believe the sheriff is very pleased with the enterprise agreements that we've gone through. Karen's done a great job taking that over, and in between the sheriff's office and the sheriff's very pleased at conversations that we've had with enterprise and the operations. Of course, there's some hiccups that you got to work through. But they've worked through those, and the program seems to be going very well.
So, because, we kind of did something kind of unique here and stopped buying and maintaining. So I'm wondering if those savings that you guys promoted before we initiated this, do you guys seem to see that, the savings?
Sold any cars yet?
Yes, we
sold-
have.
we
Yeah, we've
sold
sold
the
some
old ones.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the old ones.
The main thing is we started this out as an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that it seems like it's working well, you know?
Right. I mean, we met with Enterprise maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe longer. Time goes by fast here, just saying. But what we can do is maybe for our next meeting is give you a full report on where we're at.
Okay.
We're only like 3 years into the program, so we haven't gotten to the point where we're rolling new leased vehicles into, you know, a new lease. So
Okay.
we're not really making the return on investment that we originally thought until after that happens.
Okay.
So I think we got 2 more years before that happens.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
If I'm not mistaken, too, in talking to the sheriff, I believe that this additional investment was required because he's doubled the road patrols under his new structure and administration. So we needed to add a few cars than what was originally predicted in the enterprise agreement.
I can only suggest that in North Ridgeville, the auditor had 2 vehicles that we leased for 1 year, and to get the proof of what we were doing, and they sold those vehicles $15,000 more, as they said, and it cost us $200 to run those vehicles, including fuel and all maintenance for that year. Now, is that the same as what we're in now? That was at a different time. That was several years ago when we got it done, but I'm really truly anticipate that we're going to see the savings through this program, and more counties in the state of Ohio and more people are going on this program just based on the sheer volume that Enterprise buys these cars at, and what the value of them is, because it's low mileage. We wear a car out or a truck out based on rust, and you don't want to have a rusty vehicle out there we need to look good. Our image is important to us. And if we can turn these vehicles over and give those vehicles to the small businesses that are buying these trucks, it saves them money and makes them more economical on the other end, and they don't have to look as good as maybe necessarily we do. I mean, it's taxpayer dollars out there, and we can make money on these vehicles to turn them and make them look good. It makes sense.
Well, what I was looking at is the concept of owning versus leasing. And what I saw was we were spending so much money on maintenance, and that's kind of where I saw the
Right.
savings and turnover, so that we wouldn't have broken down responders' vehicles when we need them the most. So that was my concern was, and then looking out for the taxpayers' dollars, making sure that as we continue to roll this over, that the savings is included in it. And to me, it ends up being a win-win. You know, we're not worried about having cars off the road being maintained, and we're saving money. And that's what I was kind of asking. I saw the insurance, and I thought, ooh. So probably in 2 years, we'll probably know a little bit more, right?
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything further?
Nope.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
And we have page 2, Victor. That takes care of the general fund. Page 3 is the special revenue fund. And page 4. And one item on page, wait a minute,
Page 5.
right, yeah, page 5.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Do we have anything for?
Yes, we're going to have executive session today.
County Commissioners may recess an executive session to consider appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 through 8. Unless expressly stated otherwise during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the County Commissioners as confidential. Because of the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government business, Any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate on the matters at issue, but no votes may be taken until open session resumes. Public comment, I have nothing.
We have no public comment, so
Is there any old business? No. Board business, 9, approve and waive the reading in the county commissioners meeting minutes of September 9th.
so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
10, amendment resolution 2695 adopted November 12th to 2020, approving and entering contract with Medical Mutual Services LLC for medical services. Amendment is to reflect the inclusion of HIPAA provision related to required notices removed in section 3.10 and replace them with section 5.9. This agreement is effective retroactive January 1st of 21 through December 31st of 23.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
You know, Karen, do you want to address I believe this is just a procedural or bookkeeping thing to get our contract in compliance with the current law?
Yes, and Teresa knows the aggravation that we have trying to get documents from Medical Mutual. So apparently, this particular document, they would like us to approve and sign before we go into the next contract. It was something that I do not believe they sent to us in a timely fashion. But in their review of their records, they don't have a signed document from us, so we're just doing the housekeeping that we need to do in order to move forward.
Very good. Thank you.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
911-11, award contract to Calvary Mechanical LLC, Columbia Station, in the amount of $417,000 for Lorain County 911 HVAC project. 2 bids were received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications. Issue notice to proceed effective on or before October 1st of 25 and complete said contract on or before 300 calendar days. Authorize administrator to notify the auditor to release retainage at completion of the project, and this will be paid from capital improvements account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Victor, can we bring that up? Thank you.
This is what our 911 director spoke about earlier.
Correct.
Okay.
Anything further you wish to add, Rob? No?
It's a necessary project.
Yes.
Weren't you guys shut down for like 2 days or something like that with part of the?
We never shut down.
Oh, you never shut down. I mean, in
Yeah.
that area, you moved over or something like that. You give an
I-
explanation.
We had to ventilate from the exterior.
Yeah.
They had to get creative.
It was
with keeping-
crisis. I remember that.
We can't shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
The issue, Commissioner, is that if you need a clean environment and you need a temperature-stable environment. If you open the doors to the outside to take care of the temperature, you're giving up the cleanliness, and so,
As the turkeys walk in.
Yeah, the turkeys.
yes, we have pet turkeys at 911. But also, I want to add that this is one of those things that I commend Kurt and Rob at 911 for going into. I can't believe we've had this many years where we didn't have a backup to the HVAC,
Yeah.
because, you know, as we learned in one building we own already, a mouse got in there and created a bridge and shorted out. And without backup, you know, I hate to think that all our good effort and millions of dollars could be taken out by a mouse. So,
We lost a lot of power here 20 years ago because of a squirrel, so.
Yeah.
Squirrel, yeah.
so at the end of the day, having the backup systems in today's world is just, I can't believe we didn't have backup for the system. And so I commend you and Kurt and the staff for bringing this issue to a completion. This can's not getting kicked down the road.
It was critical.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Community Development 12, rescind resolution 25-451 adopted July 1st of 25, awarding contract to Daniel and Karen LaBella at 377 East 46th Street, Lorain, to receive grant assistance from program year 2023 CHIP program. Sussex Painting and Remodeling no longer wishes to do the project and did not sign the contract. Award contract to Silverleaf Contracting Canton, which was the next most responsible bid received out of the 8, in the amount of $13,914 with a contingency of $1,104.30 for a total of $15,018.30. This project is to replace the home's roof, installing new gutters, downspouts, and adding gutter guards, and will be paid from program year 23 CHIP.
So moved.
And Victor,
Second.
we're gonna bring that up.
Discussion.
Sad example, despite all our best efforts, you know, these are the little hiccups that you get when you deal with contractors, you know. The world I lived in was for 50 years, so I'm glad we had other bidders that we could slide to and keep this project online.
Anything further? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Number 13, award contracts for Becca A. Mobley at, I have these ones.
Oh, you have those?
I have these, you want me to, okay.
Yep.
Rebecca A. Mobley at 42085 Helen Street, Elyria, to receive grant assistance from PY23 CHIP and LSO programs to Jet Construction Lorain, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders. 3 bids were received for CHIP and LSO, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications. Mobley will enter into contracts with Gen Met Construction to replace roof, installing new gutters, downspouts, adding gutter guards, fascia windows, interior door, HUD cleaning, siding and trim wrap in the amount of $70,861.50, which will be paid from the CHIP PY23 account and LSO contracted services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
There we go, Victor. And do we have the sheet that shows the numbers? Do we have that also?
I have both of them.
Yeah, they're
on
both up there
They're both.
on
there. I
the
have the
screen.
CHIP and the LSO.
Oh, there we go. Very good.
So, my question, I don't know if it's towards community development, is there was like we had 8 bidders on item number 12. We have, 3 bids for item number 13. And we had several Lorain County bidders, yet it looks like someone from Canton, Ohio got the bid for $4,000 less. So how do we make sure that these jobs, do you guys inspect afterwards, or is this just building inspectors inspect afterwards? Because, Commissioner Gallagher's doing a good job of getting more bids, but if we continue to start giving business to outside this county, and our local bidders are spending hours preparing these documents, I'd hate to start seeing us going back to 1 bids again. So my concern is, as we start to get more bidders, I just find it, I really have, unfortunately, the law is the law, and it's just disturbing when I see some companies from Lorain and Amherst and Grafton, and then someone from Canton, Ohio, the travel you would think would be more expensive, but, do you guys follow up? What's the follow-up, I guess I should say?
The follow-up on,
Let's just say this item here,
okay, well, as I think you answered part of your question yourself by stating that the law is the law.
Right.
We cannot restrict this bidding process to only Lorain County businesses. Okay.
Right.
So it goes out to everyone on the list that have stated qualifications. So we don't invite roofing contractors to electrical jobs to come to the walkthrough. So the number of people that show up for a walkthrough are the ones who are available and want work based on what was sent out. Now, with regards to the bidders themselves, I think it gives, since it's an open process, it gives local businesses the opportunity to look at these numbers that are coming in and sharpen their pencils. It is not a process in which we have a list of contractors and we're just sending a job to a specific contractor. So if they attend the bid openings, which are open and public, they can hear for themselves what the numbers are for the projects that they've bid on. or they can request that information. So they can go back and really take a hard look at the numbers that they're providing. Now, some of these are general contractors, so they're reliant upon subcontractors' bids to them on various portions of these jobs. So it's really up to the business owner at this point to get creative and figure out how they can best bid on these projects and win them. It has to be won.
Thank you.
I will say that after having multiple meetings regarding this, we're on the path to get more bidders onto our list. And I look forward to working more with Mr. Greenspan and you to get more contractors on the list. That's the key thing is hearing some of the restrictions, like in order to be a lead-safe contractor and you're doing electrical work, you have to have that license. I think that I'm going to look into that so that doesn't become an issue. So I want to make sure that the program's designed for what it is. You know, somebody removing lead and somebody doing electrical are two different contractors. And so I see some encumbrances there, and we need to get those corrected. So I will be working on that with you guys. Thank you.
Commissioner, one question. You said awarding to an out-of-county contractor to save $4,000. The contract we had in 11,
11 or
number 11 that was a local contractor from Columbia Station. Number 12, I didn't see. I don't have number 12. I gave that away, and I need to get that back. But
Yeah.
But on 13, the one that we're discussing now,
was Lorain?
yeah, it's a Lorain contractor and a Grafton contractor were second. So
12 was Lorain.
Yeah.
Well, it was Lorain.
Yep.
and
Canton.
12 was the Canton contractor.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the end of the day, I think there's an issue here that we have to be mindful of, and you know, while we do have a lot of duties and authority as commissioners, one of the guiding principles on what makes local and what doesn't make local is we have to remember the source of the funds. And these are federal funds, so technically consider for local, anybody in the United States could bid this work, because even if you had a local, guidance, if it's state money, it's anybody in the state of Ohio. If it's a federal job, it's anybody in the United States. And then you still have to be very careful about crafting the guardrails if you want to do what we used to call local preference. And I have to admit that I'm not up to date on what has been struck down out of that and what is still allowed to be done. But that's a cause for further conversation as to giving preference to local, but there's not a very big pathway for us to do that.
Well, the key is for us to encourage local businesses and reach out
That's
to the
the key.
local
Yep.
businesses.
Oh, yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. No, we had that in the Justice Center back 20-some years ago, and then they struck that down a couple of years later. So we did try for a while. So, but yeah, I think what we're talking about here is hopefully our local contractors will, like you said, start seeing what the bids are, and hopefully in the future sharpen their pencils. And if they want the work, they know they can get it. And 2 out of 3
Great
is not
progress.
bad.
I will give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Great progress.
2 out of
Yeah.
3 is not bad.
I like Garvin, I like your phrase, they have to be one.
Yeah.
That's an American tradition. Nobody remembers who played place number 3 in the race for the Super Bowl. It's who won.
Precisely.
Yeah, it was the Lions last year. Anyway. Just saying.
Okay,
Is there anything
there's
further?
No.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Rendell?
Aye.
Job and Family, 14, amend Resolution 24-560, adopted September 10th of 24, authorizing Lorain County Safe Harbor Corp. to provide shelter for domestic violence victims and domestic violence victim families in Lorain County using TANF and Title 20 funds. Amendment is to extend the contract from the period of October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for a total contract amount of $122,500. Out of the TANF account, it will be $180,000, and out of Title 20 will be $12,500.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Chris, since you're here, and I see they've given you a microphone, so.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to get up to the podium today. Good morning, County Commissioners. Thank you for the time today. I do have 7 contracts on the agenda today, so we can, I think we can do this 2 ways. I can talk about them collectively at one time, or we can do them separate and then vote.
I guess that depends on how much you believe they have in common.
Well, let me start by saying that they all are very important contracts for the amazing work that's being done in the county in the health and human services arena. And we should all be very proud of the work that's being done on the health and human services side of the county. All 7 of these contracts are related to health and human services initiatives. So I think I'll just talk about them as a collective group. So it's $1.8 million in total TANF funds for contracts
Could
within
you refresh our memory? What does TANA stand for?
temporary assistance for needy families.
Okay.
And so I think I'll just go through each one of the 7 really briefly, just to, and some of them we've talked about in the past, but just to refresh memories about what services they provide and why they're so important. So the first one is Safe Harbor, that was just read regarding shelter for domestic violence victims and domestic violence, sexual abuse victims, children, and families. Safe Harbor provides shelter, supportive services, and advocacy to domestic violence survivors and sexual assault survivors in the county. They provide mental health, grief, and empowerment services to these individuals while keeping them safe and helping them on the road to recovery. The next one that we will talk about is our Children and Families First Council. The Children and Families First Council is a very important pillar of our health and human services that I talked about, between Job and Family Services, Children and Families First, JFS, Adult Protective Services. We have a lot of great work being done in Children and Families First Council is definitely a part of that. They empower families, enhance community capacity, and coordinate systems and services. They really work hard to keep families together and prevent families and children from becoming involved with children's services. They're really focused on preventative aspects in the health and human services field. The next one is Beyond Guardianship. We've talked about them in the past. This is a guardianship services for seniors with no family willing to step up. They're usually court involved. Beyond Guardianship Services provides guardianship services to ensure that the needs of our adult citizens are met and they have the quality of life they deserve. And actually, if you look at the Lorain Morning Journal today, there's a nice article about Beyond Guardianship and the services they provide in the paper today. So,
Thank you.
the next one is United Way 211. I think most of us are familiar with this. This is a resource database for those needing assistance with food, utilities, housing, is the main things, but they also do help folks navigate to legal services, healthy baby information, healthcare, transportation. It's really an information gateway that helps people to get on the phone with somebody and really get directed to where their needs are best served. The next 2 are Boys and Girls Clubs of Northeast Ohio and the Tower Educational Consulting Group. Both of these contracts are in regards to mentoring and tutoring for our young folks before and after school. Not only do they provide assistance with homework, but they assist with life skills. Again, tutoring, keeping them busy before and after school, homework assistance, guidance, and transportation to and from. So it really, the impact is immense in that not only does it provide life skills and services to these kids, but it also, like I've said in the past, keeps them out of trouble. And we like that. Finally, Child Care Resource Center. This is a agency that partners with families and educators to advance a quality childcare and education. They assist potential providers through the licensing process and assisting them to prepare their homes to be licensed providers for childcare. And there's a great need for this, especially with people that are trying to either advance their education or find jobs. This childcare resource center is vitally important to them, and we lean heavily on them as in the JFS, and I know workforce development does as well. So again, what's nice is that these $1.8 million in contracts from the federal TANF funds will be allocated within Lorain County to our community members in need.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything further on this one?
Commissioners?
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
Number 15, authorized sub-grant agreement between JFS and Lorain County Children and Family First Council, Leary, in the amount of $370,000 for case management and mentoring services for a family using temporary assistance of needy families funds for federal year 26. This is effective, that should be for October 1st of 25 through September 30th, 26, and will be paid out of the TANF account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
16, authorized purchase service agreement between JFS and Beyond Guardianship Services, Elyria, in the amount of $50,244 for the protective services for adults using Title 20 Social Service Black Grant funds for fiscal year 26. This is effective October 1st to 25 through September 30th to 26, and will be paid out of the Title 20 Social Services Block Grant account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
17, amendment resolution 24555 adopted September 10th of 24, authorizing United Way of Greater Lorain County to provide information referral services provided by Lorain County 211 system. Amendment is to extend the contract for the period of October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for a total contract amount not to exceed $39,387, and this will be paid for the Title 20 account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, he's raising his hand.
I neglected to say earlier that I do have numbers of individuals that have been served by these different entities through the last contract year. But what I did really want to point out in the 211, number 17, is that just in July of this year, we had 1,139 calls to 211. So this is an important service that is really being utilized by our community.
Wow. And is now correct, by giving this contract, United Way is that the actual physical operator of the 211 call center? And we're giving them financial support?
Yes.
Okay. Seems like a good combination.
Is there anything further on that one? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dell?
Aye.
18, amendment resolution 24615 adopted October 8th of 24, authorizing Boys and Girls Club in Northeast Ohio to provide mentoring and tutoring services to TANF eligible children and teens of Lorain County. Amendment is to extend the contract from the period of October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for a total contract amount not to exceed $350,000, which will be paid from the TANF funds account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
19, amendment resolution 24618 adopted October 8th of 24, authorizing Tower Educational Consulting Group, Inc. to provide mentoring and tutoring services to TANF eligible children and teens of Lorain County. This amendment is to extend the contract for the period October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for a total contract amount not to exceed $317,000 and will be paid from the TANF account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
20, amendment resolution 24558 adopted September 10th of 24, authorizing Child Care Resource Center to develop and manage a recruitment and pre-licensing system in Lorain County. Amendment is to extend the contract period of October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for a total contract amount not to exceed $30,000 and will be paid from the Child Care Non-Administration Funds account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Under Workforce Development 21, authorize said payments to be made for various programmatic and administrative costs, including but not limited to individual training accounts, on-the-job training, incumbent worker training, supportive services, and youth incentives as follows. WIA Program Year 26 funds available for a 2-year period from July 1st of 25 through June 30th of 27 from WIA Adult Dislocated Youth Funds, account 2300, and TANF Program Year 25 funds available for a 1-year period October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 for CCMPBE TANF funds, account 2301.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Yeah, Chris, is there something you could address on this? I know that JFS has a relationship to workforce development. I see the part of this is TANF funds.
Most of our relationship so far has been with helping to fund the teen summer employment to help with the kids, summer jobs and help them learn life skills and job skills to prepare them for
Okay.
in the trades. So, but and maybe in the baby job too, because we wanted to mention that earlier.
Okay.
Anything further? Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Sheriff 22, receive and file the annual report submitted by Lorain County Sheriff's Office of all fines and costs collected by the Sheriff Office for the year next preceding September 1st of 25. The total is $250,739.90 and is in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 311.16.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. I find that an interesting choice of words. The next preceding year.
I believe it's a lot lower than what it was. 'Cause
Is
we
it?
start over again. Yeah. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
County Administrators.
Just one quick update for the board. The Transportation and Community Center, located at 40 East Avenue, is currently being used by Lorain County Transit for our transit fixed bus route hub space, also for Greyhound and our microtransit service as well. The Federal Transportation Administration has questioned our use of the building and also whether or not we are keeping up with our end of the bargain with regards to the funds that the federal government gave us for renovating that building. So Ms. Shannon Height in our transit department came up with a wonderful idea, and she volunteered. So we will be opening the transportation center to the traveling public on Monday, September 22nd, from 12:30 to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. So the idea is that our transit office would locate to the transportation center part-time, be able to address any questions that the public may have with regards to transportation, transit, purchase tickets, and in general, just be able to offer the lobby space and some public restrooms for those who may need it. So, and that will resolve our issue with federal transit.
Good job.
Mr. Armbruster?
We continue to meet on a weekly basis with regards to the 6119 and then also on the west side. RFPs have gone out for requests for proposals when it comes to purchase of real estate for the reclamation center or wastewater treatment plant. And those are due back October 1st, I believe, is that. And there is some questions that are coming in, and we plan on answering those questions in a way that every one that received the RFQ gets an answer to those questions. And the RFPs will be coming in mid-October or sooner. I don't know the exact date. And we plan on, and that's going out to the big real estate firms to see what's available out there. There are sites out there that we're aware of, but there might be some other ones that we ought to take a look at. And rather than preferential treatment from us, we're looking at, as we try to sort through those sites, which is the best site when it comes to getting it to Lake Erie or to reclamation side. But there's some excellent sites out there that we've actually seen so far on our own but some of those properties are available, some of them are not. And so we decided that we'd at least engage real estate professionals to help us out a little bit. That concludes my report.
There you go.
Okay. And I have nothing. Board correspondence.
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
New business.
New business. This is not really new business, but it's as good a place as any before we close today's meeting. But, you know, Chris, I was taken back by the numbers you gave for the month of July. Doing a little quick math based on a 30-day month, that's 55 or 60 calls a day, assuming, I don't know what the hours of operation are of 211, but breaking it down on a daily basis, and I don't know if they operate 24 hours or not, yeah, I don't know that situation, but that's a lot of calls of people looking to figure out how to connect with their government. Kudos for having the service and for us supporting it.
I have a couple things, if the board doesn't mind. I have two things to discuss under new business. On August 1st, there was a State House report that came out, and I've been working with Kelly Dieters, our state rep, and Gail Manning, our state rep, and Nate Manning, our state senator. It's no secret that our county and our seniors were hit pretty hard with the recent increase in property taxes. What happened in the State House in the budget in the end of June, and what the law says is that from September 30th, or really October 1st, let's just say, through October 31st, they have given the Lorain County, or the County Board of Commissioners, the ability and the power to reduce property taxes for our seniors. We have over 19,550 seniors in Lorain County that are on the homestead exemption. Right now, that total that they get exempted, that they save, is $9,136,084.62. This is called a piggyback homestead. Plus, there's a 2.5% owner-occupied tax exemption. And so basically, we have the ability to do this. And the rate is basically set by a resolution that this county must adopt. So also, what a homestead exemption also covers for disabled veterans and surviving spouses of public services of officers killed in the line of duty. And so this is something I feel that we should work on with the prosecutor's office and Casey Saunders, who will work on this to show us what effects this may have on our budget, and we need to have this public discussion in the, hopefully for the October 7th meeting, because we only have a couple weeks in order to do that, and then in November, December, we'll be discussing budget shortfalls, and also in December, and hopefully November 5th, we'll be celebrating hopefully that our sheriff's office and our police will actually have the funding in order to move forward and provide the great work that they are doing right now and that we have seen over these past 9 months. So I'm going to be releasing this statement to the media. It's in case they missed it, but it goes into detail, tells you the website, shows where you can get everything. There are two tools we can use, which is the homestead exemption and the 2.5% owner-occupied credit. So there's a lot of work that has to be done between now and October 7th. And I think Teresa was working on this for us, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I think we need to, she's gonna be working with the prosecutor. At the same time, if Casey could get to the three of us, you know, what are those numbers? I mean, we already know the numbers like at 9.1, but out of that 9.1 million, 70% of that goes to the schools. And so how does that affect not only us, but maybe the 911 department, those levies? How do they affect them? And what's that number and the breakdown on all those levies if we double the homestead exemption? We don't know that information. And in order for us to have a discussion and a debate on whether or not to implement this, we do need that kind of data. And what I like what the state of Ohio has done is they've kind of, this whole property tax issue is gonna be very contentious next year. But I like, at least here's a first step for home rule, where Lorain County, we can make that decision on our own. And I think with the windfall that the schools recently received over the last 2 years, I think we have the ability right now to make a change for our seniors, at least 19,550 of them that are suffering but are using the homestead exemption. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able, Casey, you can be able to get that data, work with the county auditor, maybe you can break it down for us to see what effects it's gonna have as we start debating in November and December the 2026 budget. We'll know more. Hopefully the people of this county will support law and order, and with that sales at 0.25% sales tax for the sheriff. And that's just one of the items I wanted to talk about, and at least hopefully we'll get that data, and hopefully we can have that debate on October 7th, if that's okay with the board. That's just the first thing. If there's any other comment, I can move on to my second part, but.
I just want to add to that the goal, is not just purely to reduce taxes, that there's a bigger issue for our county and its residents, and that is that there's been a lot of conversation, and we devote a lot of public services to our seniors in an effort to keep them in their home. And they fall into two classes, just those that are retired and living on a fixed income that hasn't been able to adjust as fast to inflation as the rest of the world. And those even as far back that are living on Social Security because they were told that would be a life support system when they retired, and they're really struggling to make ends meet with the tax increases. So it's not merely just to reduce the taxes, but the end goal is for those of us that either are or will be seniors someday, that we do everything we can to keep families together and keep seniors in their home.
Oh, we got it.
Great.
Yeah, okay, well, item number 2, I wanted to address publicly. Within the last, I had to type some of this down just to make sure, I get what I want out. In the last 48 hours, I've received a lot of phone messages, a lot of texting, and like many today, we are angry, which is okay. But remember, there is no permanence in politics. We are not at war with each other unless we choose to be. There is evil in the world, and we keep seeing it. But many of those who think are evil also think you are evil, and you do not know each other, which makes it easier to think each other is evil when in fact you just have profoundly different views on what would make the world better. If you read that last one and thought, yes, but, you might need to unplug from politics instead of justifying the evil on the other side of your political tribe. Fighting fire with fire gets everyone burned, and making every hill one to die on gets everyone killed. Words are not violence, and physical violence against words must be punished. Truth trumps tribe, but ballots trump bullets. Lastly, God is still on the throne, and we're all going to be okay. So thank you for letting me make that statement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you write that?
Well, I, did go
Just
to
a
school. Yes.
Why?
Yeah, well,
It's a really great statement from a Michigan grad. I
Oh,
gotta tell you.
you had to
That's
go
what he
there.
was going for.
Yeah, well, like I said, my phone, I've been very angry, and I thought something needed to be said, so.
So, not to make light of it, but thank you for saying
Yeah.
that. I hope that those words can be published in some way, shape, or form. With that, I'll make a motion to go into executive session for the purposes of discussing employment and contract issues.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioners have reconvened from executive session.
We have to have a vote, right?
No, we don't have to have a vote.
Okay, we've
so-
returned.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we schedule an executive session for 2:30 on Monday.
Well, why don't we do, I don't think it's a motion, no, I
It's a
think. what-
motion to
no,
schedule a meeting.
I think we need to have a special meeting on Monday at 2:30.
Yes.
So Teresa, help us out. Do we need to have a motion for that, or can you just, do we just schedule it right now?
What's it for?
Huh?
What's it for?
Executive session.
Because you can only have special,
Yeah?
you can only have emergency, and it's
Yeah.
gotta be specific as to why.
It's a,
Oh, well, if we do an emergency based on pending litigation, would that be considered an emergency?
Mm, I'm
Yes.
pushing it.
well, yeah, it is because you got deadlines imposed by the court and you gotta do certain things by then, so.
Yeah.
I would reach out and say it's a special meeting for the purposes of ongoing,
Litigation.
current litigation. I don't like to say ongoing because
Yeah.
it makes it sound like, but if we say current, which it is, we gotta prepare for court on Wednesday. It doesn't get any more emergency than that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I mean, it's not an emergency, it would be
Okay.
a special.
just, really,
Special.
really,
You
it's,
don't
it's,
need a motion.
yeah, we can't say harassment, so I guess
Okay.
emergency is a word.
Okay, then we are adjourned.
And you'll
You'll take-
notify
you'll take care-
the media and let them know that.